September 1st, 2019. Lori Vallow Daybell and her brother Alex Cox moved from Arizona to Rexburg, Idaho, with Lori's children, JJ and Tylee. Rexburg is just a few miles from Salem, Idaho, the home of Chad Daybell, her future husband and co-defendant on charges related to her children's disappearances. September 8th. Lori, Alex, JJ, and Tylee go to Yellowstone National Park for the day. Police say this picture is the last verifiable sighting of Tylee alive. Lori had told friend Melanie Gibb that Tylee is taking classes at BYU, Idaho, but records confirm Tylee was never enrolled. September 19th. Melanie Gibb and her boyfriend visit Lori for the weekend. Lori tells Gibb that JJ has become a zombie. Gibb later tells police nothing seems unusual about his behavior.
This is the courtyard where JJ is seen on camera playing with neighborhood kids. But in September, according to police, the children would go missing.
September 22nd. The last verifiable sighting of JJ by Melanie Gibb and her boyfriend in Lori's home. November 5th. Lori and Chad tie the knot in Hawaii. November 26th, Rexburg police get involved with the search for the kids at the request of police in Gilbert, Arizona.
Rexburg police knocked on this door conducting a welfare check requested by JJ Vallow's grandparents. Lori told police that JJ was with a friend in Arizona. But when that story didn't check out, the police returned the next day with a search warrant, only to find Lori and her new husband Chad Daybell were nowhere to be found.
December 20th. While Lori and Chad are back in Hawaii, Rexburg police announce JJ and Tylee are officially missing. January 3rd, 2020, authorities execute a search warrant on Chad Daybell's property. March 6th, Lori has her first court appearance in Rexburg on felony desertion charges after being arrested in Hawaii. June 9th, police and the FBI return to Daybell's property and discover human remains in a field behind the home. Later, Chad Daybell is arrested and charged with felony counts of destruction or concealment of evidence. June 13th, authorities confirm the remains belong to JJ and Tylee.
Okay, it's a very complicated tale, but I think prosecutors are up to the task to explain this to the jury. I mean, every time I explain this story to someone, you've got to tell them the whole story. And then it all kind of fits together in some bizarre way, all this behavior. But by the way, through all these years, I've never covered a trial out of Idaho. So not that familiar with Idaho law, the ins and outs. So let's bring in our special guest joining us tonight in Boise, Idaho. Trial attorney, former prosecutor, former Idaho Attorney General, Dave Leroy is with us. Dave, great to see you.
Thank you. Nice to be with you this evening, although it's a very sad Idaho topic upon which we chat.
Oh, absolutely. But, you know, I look at it this way. You know, the crime has occurred. Someone murdered those children. Now it's up to our system to figure out who did it. And why it happened, and hopefully hand out some justice for those who are responsible. Right now, the wrinkle in the case is that Lori Vallow Daybell, is currently, according to an expert, not competent to stand trial. So her case has kind of been putting in this holding pattern. Explain to us exactly what this means, how it works in Idaho, and how long this could last. I mean, could this be forever that she's never competent?
Well, it's not unusual that defendants are from time to time having trouble communicating with their defense lawyers, having trouble understanding the proceedings. And if that arises to the degree of difficulty that a defense lawyer feels that they have to note it for the court, then there's a process here, as probably everywhere, that the judge can order a licensed clinical psychologist to evaluate the defendant. In this case, that was done. The people that make those analyses are not defense-selected experts, but instead it's the State Department of Health and Welfare designated examiner who does that analysis, having consultations with the defendant in her place of incarceration in this case, and then rendering a report. What's unusual here is because those reports are typically the basis for a 90-day timeout to try to restore someone found mentally compromised to go to trial. What's unusual here is that the state has objected. And in that regard, they're entitled to do so under the rules. They're entitled to cross-examine on a hearing the licensed clinical psychologist, and they're entitled to provide, under the statute, quote, other evidence. It's unspecified as to what that might be, but of course it might be other experts either second-guessing the report or some expert who would try to guess without having direct access to Lori that the mental health analysis is wrong. So at this point, we only have the licensed clinical psychologist report. We have a stay of proceedings in both sets of cases, and we also have a hearing at yet unnamed date to hear as of yet undecided cross-examination and, quote, other evidence. So it's an uncertain timetable for Lori. Chad does not have any stay in his case, so that matter could theoretically proceed, although the state, of course, wants to keep these two defendants as linked as possible at the hip and every other place. And going forward, the defense may try to separate them using this as an initial basis to do so.
Absolutely. And I think the best way to tell the story is to tell the complete story for the jury to really understand everything that happened here. Dave, Leroy, always great to have your expertise to get to the bottom of what's happening out there. I hope you'll join us again.
I will. Thank you. And my pleasure.
All right, folks. There is a motion hearing June 9th. This is for Chad Daybell because, as you know, that other case involving Lori Vallow Daybell is kind of in a holding pattern right now. All right.